Morning, guys. Y'all hear me all right? So let me get this set up real quick. All right, guys, 10 o'clock, we're going to start. People will be hopping on, as we get rolling. Guys, welcome to March 5th. Guys, training. We got Chris Wally, man. This is going to be incredible today. He's going to be smashing on recruiting. This is just going to be awesome, guys. Get your notepads ready. So we're going to roll. Chris Wally, guys, he's going to have 45 minutes. Okay, we're going to do 10 minutes of Q&A once he's wrapped up. So this is going to be just incredible, guys. A great opportunity for us to all get better together. I don't know how your Februarys were. I hope they were fantastic. But let's go out and let's smash last month. Okay. This is a new month, so let's get out there and let's just go out there and smash it and get better every day. Okay. So whether you're proud of your numbers last month or you're content with them, hopefully not content, kind of never are, right? Or whether you just want to hide behind a black screen, over last month, that's fine. Steve Heck never does that. He's always got his shiny head showing up, but regardless of what his numbers were, but. I want to just open up real quick and talk to you guys. So there's a book that I've been reading. It's called Atomic Habits. I'm not finished with it yet, but just know enough to be dangerous. It's written by James Clear. I could not recommend it any more highly. I mean, it's fantastic. So what it really talks about, guys, is, and I said last week, that we're on a platform here where we can go nuclear. We are on this incredible platform, okay? But really winning in this business, from what I've seen, is not, it doesn't come from these huge sweeping changes, okay? Like going to the gym, you don't go and just have a full body workout and you can't get out of bed the next day, right? It's consistency. It's showing up. It's getting better every day. It's listening to people like Chris Wally. I mean, right? This is why we've had these incredible leaders on, from Lloyd, Dominic, Frank Firestone, Justin Giroux last week, Chris this week, right? So we're bringing you guys the best. So we ain't got no excuses, right? So Atomic Habits, it's not this nuclear, huge, sweeping adjustment. It's small adjustments, okay? It's daily activity, okay? Goals are awesome, okay? They're great. But goals are not what's going to get you there. If you sit there and say, you can say as many times as you want, I'm going to be $1 million earner, I'm going to get the ring, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You can say it as long as you want. But until you have the activity and the consistency, it's not going to happen. Okay, I'm pushing for the ring right now, and I can sit there and say, well, I'm going to get the ring. That's my goal. I can put it on a Post-it where I shave, right? And look at it every day. But consistency is what's going to get you to your goals. Constant activities, these small changes. Okay, small changes, small habits. What you got to ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be, and what daily activities are going to get you there? Okay. So for me, I want to be more consistent in this business. That will win every time. Consistent activity, right? I want to be a more godly man. I want to be a better father, a better husband. Okay. I want to be a better son, brother, nephew, you name it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on and on and on. but it doesn't happen overnight. Goals are great, but like I said, the process is what is going to get you there. Okay, y'all with me? So this is an interesting little deal right here. So guys, if we get 1% better every day over a year, we're 36 and a half times better than we are today over the next 365 days. Okay? Or if we get 1% worse, we're flatlined, guys. So long story short, we get 5% worse. You better figure out a way to get 6% better.
Oh shit!
To make that 1% up. Okay. So these 1% better, guys, it's doable. Okay. What if we got 5% better every day? What if we got 10% better every day? Okay. Just think about it. So just focus on getting better every day by at least 1%, and you'll be 36 and a half times better in 365 days than you are right now. Y'all with me? So, and I know it works, guys. I mean, I put on, I gym every day, okay? 5 days a week, consistency. Day one, I was scared to death to walk in there. And with habits, okay, with these habits, you get to the point to where doing something just becomes easy. It becomes second nature. I was so terrified the first day I walked into that gym. Now I walk in like I own it. And I put on 30, 35 pounds of muscle, okay? And I didn't even know which machine to go to. I didn't know which workout area to go to. I was terrified 6, 7, 8 months ago. And now I own the place, okay? Even though I'm paying a membership. But guys, with that being said, I want to bring up, this is killer guy. Listen, Chris Wally is a beast. When it comes to recruiting, when it comes to getting your guys started, when it comes to getting them rolling, when it comes to getting them making money, this is the man we want to listen to. So guys, get your notes ready, get your notepads ready, get your pens ready, take some notes down. I believe mom and dad are on here. Their flight got delayed today, so they're stuck with us on Zoom. So they were going to Hawaii, so they're leaving tomorrow now. So we got them on here. Might let them talk later if they're being nice. Chris, I'm gonna flip it over to you, brother, and you should be able to unmute yourself now. And guys, let's get 1% better every day. Fair enough?
Yep. All right. Hey, Tommy, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate the introduction, man. And hey, guys, thank you very much for allowing me to be on this platform, man. Man, I couldn't sleep last night, man. I was talking to your dad last night. Man, when you have a business, when you build a business that you're so, man, you're passionate about, it's very hard. I get my wife asking me, man, why don't you go to sleep? It's just, man, your mind's always rolling because, man, there's a lot of people out there that you wanna help and put them in the same level as you are. So you can never take it for granted. We come from a long path of it wasn't easy. That's what everybody sees when you cross over the 100,000. It wasn't easy, but so first of all, man, I just like to say, man, thank God for giving me the opportunity to be on this platform and sharing with you guys what it's also take. Not only that, it's I got to thank your mom and dad, David and Jill Lander, for allowing me this opportunity. This is a big deal. I can't take this lightly, man. It seemed like just yesterday, I was just an illegal immigrant from a tiny island called Tonga over here, and now here's $1.5 million earner David Landrum asking me to do a training for his IRQ. What the heck? So sometimes I got to pinch myself. So I never take it lightly, and I never take it for granted because this is what we're fighting for, and we're just getting barely started. So for those of you guys, I wanted to share my story. For those of you guys that don't know my story, so came from Tonga, island in the South Pacific. Nobody knows where it's at. It's like a tiny dot on the globe, and nobody knows where it's at. In the South Pacific, I actually sat down with one of my recruiting appointments the other day. Hey, you ever heard of Tonga? Oh, what do you call it? That place where the volcano is at. Nobody ever heard of it until that tsunami and the volcano hit like a couple a couple months ago that actually hit. That's how people heard of Tonga. But when most people ask, you say, you know what, it's over there by Hawaii, somewhere over there by Hawaii. You know, I'm like, we're like those people that looks like the Rock, whatever the, you know, those kind of Polynesian people. So that's what we tell them is nobody knows where it's at. It's a tiny dot on the globe, and it's made up of about less than 100,000 people, man. So you talk about tiny, less than 100,000 people. So when I came here in 1986, when I was 9 years old, literally spoke no English. And guys, you gotta excuse me, but back in Tonga, we don't have white people. Sorry about that, but we don't have white people. There's nothing but brown skinned people. So I had to go to a class called ESL, English as a Second Language. So when when I had to go to school, I was terrified of going to see the teacher. So every day I would walk home. I had to learn how to read. I didn't know how to read. Couldn't read English. I had to steal my neighbor's newspaper because I wanted to self-taught myself how to read because I didn't want to go see the ESL teacher, English ESL teacher. So I self-taught myself how to read. Fast forward, guys. When you go to ESL, they require a minimum of at least 2 years. I was able to cut it down by half a year. Half a year. It took me about half a year to get in there and learn ESL by learning that. So half a year, I was able to learn how to read and speak English, thankfully. And growing up in this country, guys, I was an illegal immigrant. I didn't know back then. I didn't have a social security number. I couldn't go to work and I couldn't go to college. So when it was time to go to college and time to hit the workforce, I didn't have a social security number. So I literally had to work under the table, getting paid under the table to make a living. And it was crazy, man, doing landscaping and seeing all my friends and friends and family go to college because they had a social security number, getting paid under the table, man. It was rough, man. I was sitting over there, man, saying, God damn, this is there's got to be a reason for why you're doing this to me, right? God makes everything happen for a reason, right? So I ended up just doing volunteer work and just going through the community, just building relationships with everybody because, you know, at least I got to keep myself busy. So fast forward, guys, I didn't marry my my beautiful wife, Lossie, in 2003. We met at a church function. Illegal. Check this out, guys. I was literally like 27 years old. Came here when I was 9, 27-year-old, still no social security number. I met my wife, and you know, a couple years later, I finally got my social security number. So I tell her all the time, you know, I married you just to get my legal documents, right? Yeah. Sometimes I ended up sleeping in the couch whenever I bring that up to her. So not a good thing to bring that up to your wife. So fast forward, guys. Hey, for those of you guys that are listening, this should really give you hope, guys. This really give you hope if you're in this business to build. I didn't get a social security number, guys, until I was age 30 years old. So whenever I hit the age 30, guys, I started hitting the workforce. We came from a tiny island called Tonga, right? We came here to build the American dream and live the American dream. So whenever I hit age 30, I got my social security number. I had no idea what the American dream was. So I hit the workforce, man. I would work 80 to 90 hour work week. 80 to 90 hours of work, man. And sometimes I would even sleep in my car. Sometimes I sleep in my car because, man, I got a social security number. I thought I hit the lottery, man. I'm going to workforce. I'm going to corporate America and try to climb that corporate ladder. Working 80, 90 hours a week, man, and 10 years in corporate America, I found out, man, we're still broke, man. Still broke. So fast forward back in 2017, guys, I actually met my RVP, Mr. Jonathan Navarro. We met at a networking event. So besides working, I was barely making ends meet. I decided to, if you guys ever heard of network marketing, I decided to try a couple of different network marketing because, man, that was my key to freedom right there. That was my key to financial freedom right there. Tried to work, didn't work. My wife got frustrated, said, "Oh, you're not doing that again." So when I met my upline, Mr. Jonathan Navarro, at a networking event, he come up to me and said, "Hey, come partner." And you gotta mind me, guys, I'm like 6'4". Jonathan's like 5 foot flat, 5 foot, really. So he comes up to me and introduced himself. "Hey, man, come partner with me. I'm gonna teach you about money. And worst case scenario, man, you'll become financially. Your worst case scenario, you'll become financially independent." So and I told him, "Hey, dude, okay, let's go, man. I don't know what you're talking about, but you know, because coming where I come from, guys, We don't know what that is. That's very foreign language. We don't know what that is. And remember, I was at the time, this should give you some hope, guys. At the time in 2017, I was making 12 bucks an hour, barely making ends meet. And my goal was I wanted just to make 20 bucks an hour. If I can make 20 bucks an hour, man, I will be doing some big things over here, man. 20 bucks an hour. That way I can almost double my wage and actually get caught up on my bills, right? So Jonathan, here's the way to approach, man. He came over to my house and he was talking to me and said, man, come partner with me. I'll show you everything, man. And my wife says, if you're doing that Prime America thing, we're not doing this again. We already went over this again. You're not doing that, okay? We're gonna have to rethink about this. So check this out. Jonathan, he was about to go to the convention in 2017, and he said, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna give you a week, okay? Come up with I think it was 124, the 124. And when I come back, and we'll write a check, we'll post-date the check. Guys, check this out. This should really give you hope. Man, we had negative $20 in our account. I had a whole week to start hustling to make that 124 bucks, negative $20 in our account. So he said, man, I'm going to go to convention. I'll come back and I'm going to write your IBA, start your IBA. Is that cool? So I'm over here stressing out, man. Not only am I trying to barely pay my bills, I had to come up with $124 to start my IBA. So when he came back, I was trying to figure it out, scrape up all the change so I can. So I told my wife, hey, let's go ahead and write a check. Okay, let's write a check, because back then it was Wells Fargo. It gave you an extra couple of days to actually post. Give you an extra couple of days to actually post. So wrote the check, give it 2 days. Man, it finally cleared. I think after it cleared, I think we had like $5 in the bank. So I was just glad it didn't bounce back, because here's Jonathan Navarro. He was he's got ownership, and definitely didn't want it to come in to bounce back to our. So fast forward, after that, guys, I got my license within a couple of weeks. And this is what he said. This is what he told me. This is the name right. Come in here, and this is a learning tip for you guys. If you guys are taking notes, man. Come in here, do everything I tell you, be coachable and willing to learn, and I hope you make 6 figures here. Guys, from the island of Tonga, guys, I think less than 1% of our population makes 6 figures. Less than 1%. So here, this guy is going to propose to me that I can make 6 figures if I do everything he tells me what to do. I say, what the heck? I am on board. I am on board, man. So fast forward, I got my license. Took me about 3 tries. A couple of weeks later, I got my license, and I went full time. I told my wife, you know what? I don't know what we're doing, but it's risky. But hey, we came over here to. Life's all about taking risks, right? Life's all about taking risks. So I got my license, and I went full blast. I showed up to everything. I did exactly what he told me to. I showed up to everything, and all the meetings. I was the first one there, and I would always take his phone calls. And here's what he told me: Chris, come with me, man. I'm gonna show you everything. Okay, don't worry about anything. I'm gonna take you on about 20 appointments. I'll show you all the ropes. You ain't gotta worry about anything, and then I'll hold your hand every single way until you're ready to be on your own. Okay, 20 appointments, and this is what he did. He took me on 3 appointments, guys. 3 appointments. And he said, oh, yeah. Hey, Chris, by the way, I'm double booked today. Sorry, you're on your own. Cut me loose, man. And I'm over here. Oh, my gosh. This guy right here, he set me up. So this is how, hey, one thing I want to share with you guys, is if you want to grow in this business, man, you better step up. You step up your game. So after the 3rd appointment, I was over here. I was getting all kind of objections. And here's Jonathan. He was probably sitting on the beach when he was actually telling me he was actually busy. So he said, so after every appointment, I would call him up every single night. Talk about being coachable, guys, towards your coaches. I would call him up every single night, and he would smack me around, build me back up, smack me around, build me back up. And I said, man, even at times, guys, man, I'm going to kick this little white boy's butt, man. He's over here 20. Who does he think he is trying to tell me what to do, man? So, man, I can just, pick you up with one finger and then throw you up. But what he was doing, guys, is he was playing with my mind. He was actually coaching me up. I didn't know it at the time, but as the time grew, man, I was actually learning. Hey, gotta remember, guys, I come from Tonga, man. We don't know what exactly this mind game is. This is what we were born. We were born to be football players. We were born to be landscapers, and we were born to work at the airport. That's it, guys. That's what we were born to do. Nothing else. So me being in a financial industry, this is very, very foreign language and everything out of our comfort zone. So he was smacking me around, guys. But as the time goes, man, this guy was actually playing mental games with myself that he was actually making me believe in myself. I would sit down with interviews. Check this out. Talk about mind blowing. I would actually sit down with interviews, and he would put down a vision. So if you don't have a vision for what you guys are building, you better put together a vision for what you guys are building. So when he was telling me the vision, so our vision was in Sarasota is we're looking to create 10 regional vice president by the 2020, and 10 of them would make over six figures. So when I was telling all my interviews that, guys, I was still broke at this time, by the way. So I was barely making any money. So when I was telling everybody, all my interviews, I was going, you know what? Our vision for this area is we're helping 10 people make over six figures and become regional vice presidents. And by the time I was keep doing that, guys, I started telling myself, I'm number one. We're looking for 9 other people. So you got to put yourself in your vision, guys. So whatever vision your coach is putting you into, put yourself in that vision. Start putting yourself. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about right now. Start seeing it. Okay. So this is what I started putting myself. So guys, these guys, when I was actually doing the interviews with, they didn't know I was broke, man. But I started seeing myself. I started telling them, hey, we're creating a building and developing 10 regional vice presidents, and 10 of them will be making six figures this year. And by 2020, I'm number one. We're looking for 9 other people. I was just telling, I don't care, man. I was just telling everybody. They laughed. They started laughing at me. What is this factory worker telling me that he's going to make six figures? What the heck? Guys, I was the laughing stock of the environment because I just kept telling people. And this goofy guy named John DeMars just started believing that I can be somebody that's making six figures. So fast forward, guys, in 2019, we got promoted. 2 years later, we got promoted to RVP, Regional Vice President. So I told him, hey, man, I'm going back to Texas to build up there and run an office over there. So basically, this is what we did, man. We moved over here. We opened up an 8,000 square foot office. I partnered up with 3 other guys and opened up Riverside Drive over here in Dallas Fort Worth. So that's the vision, guys. So that's a little bit about my story. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys today is Tommy had asked me to talk about was recruiting and field training. Okay, so that's always been our forte, guys. Ever since we've been to RVP, ever since we've been to on RVP contracts since 2019. It's only been about 2 months that we've never double-digit recruit. Every single month, I teach my guys to double-digit recruit. So one of the things that I tell my guys is STEAM. I teach my guys the STEAM method. Okay. Everybody that comes in here, I know everybody comes from the corporate America because I have a background. All right. So they come in here because they want freedom. So I teach them about the STEAM method, and I hammered my guys. I wanted to share with you guys, man. I hammer my guys. I tell my guys, we're gonna do this multiple times until you guys can actually get it down. And also remember, guys, if it doesn't make sense, if you're getting the knowledge, you have to apply the knowledge. Okay, it's knowledge just getting it, that don't make any sense. But if you actually apply it and have it work for yourself, that's a big deal right there. So apply the knowledge that we're actually teaching you guys because it'll help you build a big business. So if you guys got any help, guys, so if you're on this call and you are still working and you make more than $12 an hour, man, you are at a faster pace than I am. Just get to RVP on that. Just get to that RVP contract. And if you're under Tommy's team, push his butt over that cross over that ring right there, man, because we're all about pushing up people, man. Let's go, man. Get that guy his ring, man, before let's get cranky. Because if you have a habit of pushing Tommy up, other people will be coming right behind you and pushing you up, right? So recruiting, getting everybody on the STEAM method. So one thing that I teach my guys is tapping in. We like to we like to recruit. Not only that, guys, we like to dig 4 deep somewhere. And maybe David can verify this down the road. But I just heard it that whenever you start recruiting, if you actually go 4 deep into somebody, you'll find your next RVP. Check this out, guys. 4 deep into somebody, you'll find your next RVP. And I'm going to show you an example, okay? I got one of my regional right here, guys. Mr. Benjamin Hall. Check this out. I recruited a guy. Check this out. He recruited somebody else, and that guy recruited somebody else, and he led me to Benjamin Hall. Check this out, guys. The first guy I recruited, he wanted to be $1 million earner before he could become $1 million earner. So he quit. That guy recruited another guy, and he felt like he wanted to be 100,000 before he could become 50,000. He wanted to skip 50,000 to 100,000. So he quit. And the guy that recruited him, he didn't want to get licensed, so he quit. All the way across, guys, he led me to Benjamin Hall. Guys, Benjamin Hall has all his securities, and all he's got is get his numbers, and he will be our first regional vice president this year. So talk about digging deep, guys. Have an attitude of digging deep into your recruits, okay? That's one thing that I've always wanted to share about is go deep. I heard that, maybe I can verify that with David later, but I've only heard it maybe through Hector Mark on one of the calls that if you go 4 deep into somebody, you'll find your next RVP. So it's working for us because Benjamin, he'll be going out RVP because he shows up whenever I call him to do, and he does everything that I've done for Jonathan whenever I got started. Okay, so that's one thing that I wanted to share about is digging deep. Not only that, is getting people to a fast start. Okay, so when people come in here, we have a tendency of getting them off to a fast start. So one thing that I always tell everybody, whenever we get a new recruit, it's all about that fast start, okay? Whenever you sit down with them, remember, people come in here because they want to escape corporate America. They want some freedom. They want to be their own boss. So that's one thing that we've actually specialized in getting them off to a fast start. So I'm going to share with you a story of basically some success that we've got of a couple of people that's actually gotten off to a fast start. So I've got a lady that we recruited last month. So getting them off to a fast start, and I'm going to break down exactly how we've done this. So she came in, guys, 2 weeks. I'm putting up that. So the company promotion to district is 3 by 3, right? I've raised the level, guys. We come here to Primerica, man. We come here to do big things. We didn't come here to be average. We come here to do big things. So our requirement for district is 5 by 5. But here, I'm going to break this down, guys, to you. Whenever we set up the 5 by 5. That's $1,000 in bonus money. And I'm showing my recruits, I can literally get you out on the field and get you your 5 by 5 within a week, all right? We get off to a fast start. We get them off to a fast start. Within a week, that's $1,000 in bonus money. And when you go get your license, you'll easily double that money with your district promotion, okay? So this is how we break it down. Everybody all works a different base shop. This is how I run my base shop, just from everything that I've heard from all the top leaders that I've combined a little bit and run it that way. So here's what we've done over here, and I'll show you some example success of what we've done with this. So we recruited a lady, my wife's cousin. She's been stalking us on Facebook for a couple of years, and said, "Man, I see you guys going on traveling all this time, man. What do y'all be doing over there?" So she finally sat down with me. So we recruited her, guys. She went off to a slow start. It took a little longer than the week. So in 2 weeks, she got 4 recruits and 3,500 in premiums. 4 recruits and 3,500 in premiums. In 2 weeks, that was a slow start. I told her, hey, you need to crank it up this week. So check this out. When we took her, she led me to another lady. That lady came in here. Her husband right here is on the call. He will be her 5th recruit. Okay. So within a week, a school teacher, guys, a school teacher. She teaches Tongan for a school teacher in Salt Lake. She came in here within 1 week. That lady came in here and did 5 recruits by 3,000 in premium. 5 recruits and 3,000 in premium. So she broke that lady's record, the one that brought her in. So getting people off to a fast start. But not only that, guy, here's the mindset. Remember, people are working in corporate America. They're making 15, 20 bucks an hour, 15, 20 bucks an hour. When you can show them in here that you can, within an hour, I don't know about you guys, but I can literally get somebody a 1 by 1 within an hour of work. That means get their own personal policy and get them recruit literally like in 1 day. And that's like an hour of work. Guys, you just showed that recruit that they just made 200 bucks an hour. What the heck? Man, their mind is blown, guys. This is what I put everybody in front of everybody. Guys, people in corporate America are hurting. If you just showed somebody who makes 20 bucks an hour that they can make 200 bucks an hour, it's game changer. It's mind blowing, man. It's mind blowing. If you guys actually think about the concept, That's what actually allowed us to get to a fast start. So within 2 weeks, just through this lady right here, she got her 4 by 3500. The one that she recruited got 4 by 3200, and the 2 people that she have recruited over 2 by 4 people each. So just through that one leg right there, 4. That's 4. That's, guys, we recruited 8. That's 12 people within that one leg. That's less than a month, guys. Less than a month. Okay, getting them off to a fast start. So that's what we're talking about, guys. Is tapping into their market, and you'll find the one that's motivated. Okay, you'll find the one that's motivated. This right here, it's one of our recruits is Miss Manu and George Tepita. They've got credibility, guys. This lady's got credibility. She just called up, hey, I need you to help me out with my training. Sure. Whenever we got in there, hey, where do I sign? Just got credibility. Guys, we actually had to sit down with one of her appointment the other day. He said, you know what? Can I put some thought into it? I said, no problem. She got disappointed when we had a follow-up, guys. She got disappointed. Chris, I'm sorry we didn't close today, but I'm sorry. She started beating herself up. Man, follow-up is good. What the heck? I love follow-ups. We're not going to be closing all the time, but then she got a reality that she's not closing all the time. So she's very, very coachable. They will be doing big things. And through the Zoom era, we're expanding nationwide. And that's one thing, guys. Utilize all the tools that you have in your fingertip, man. Utilize that, because Zoom era, man, we're literally looking to expand nationwide. Alaska, Georgia, state of Utah, we're looking to expand nationwide. So utilize all the tools that you have. But STEAM method, man, I wanted to cover that a little bit. Hey, Tommy, let me know how I'm going on time, man. So you feel free to interrupt me, man. So, all right, want to make sure everybody gets all the value they get, man, and appreciate it. Always thank you very much for allowing me to have this opportunity. All right, so this is one thing that we got. I've shown my guys is the STEAM method. Okay, STEAM. If everybody can write that down, if you don't have it, write it down in big letters. STEAM. Okay, and I'm gonna break that down. The STEAM method is the S stands for who's the best salesperson you know. And what I tell my guys is whenever they're thinking about it, you know what? I don't know any salesperson. No, not really their profession, but by natural. Who's a natural salesperson you know? Okay, who's a natural? Who comes to mind? Who's the best salesperson you know? Tommy, who's the best salesperson you know? Who comes to mind? Tommy, who comes to mind? Tommy.
David Landrum.
David Landrum. Okay. Why would you say David Landrum, Tommy?
Seen him do it. Watched him for 40 years, baby.
All right. So there you go. So Tommy's giving me David Landrum, a STEAM method. All right. And the T stands for who's the best teacher or coach you know. Not by profession, but who's the best teacher or coach you know. All right, Tommy, who you got?
Chuck Darbone.
Who's that?
Chuck Darbone.
Chuck Darbone. Why would you say Chuck Darbone?
Never seen anybody more passionate about coaching in my entire life. All
right. Yep. Chuck Darbone. Okay. The E stands for enthusiastic or excited. Who's somebody just walks into a room and lights it up? Who's that, Tommy? Most excited person you know?
Myself.
Yeah. All right. Beside yourself, Tommy. Beside yourself.
Dominic Papiro.
Dominic Papiro. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That guy just walks in the room and lights it up. Okay, Dominic Papiro. All right. A for ambitious. Who's the most ambitious person you know? Who comes to mind?
Craig Kinsley.
Craig Kinsley. All right. Why would you say Craig?
He wants it, man. He's hungry. He's hangry.
Right. Very motivated and hungry. Okay. All right. I see you, man. I see you, Craig. All right. Hungry. All right. Ambitious. Ambitious. Who's the most ambitious person you know?
Roger Rucker.
Roger Rucker. Okay. Why would you say Roger?
He doesn't play around, man. He knows his products. He skills up, and you can always go to him with any question. He's got it figured out, and he knows it from A to Z, man.
Yep. Okay. All right. Roger Rucker. Okay. Sound ambitious. And last but not least, Tommy, who's the most? M stands for money motivated. Who's the most money motivated person you know? Who's that?
My wife.
Yeah. All right. What's your wife's name, Tommy?
Candace.
All right.
Candace.
Candace is the most money motivated person though. Okay. So I utilize the STEAM method, guys, not only when we're out prospecting, but also getting a new recruit started. Okay, this is how we get our recruiting. All right. So whenever you get in the STEAM method, whenever we send down new recruits, all right, let's go see these people ASAP. Okay, get them off to a fast start. Let's go see these people ASAP. As far as prospecting, getting the new recruits, we use the STEAM method. Remember, you're having people that come in from corporate America. So I'm utilizing the STEAM method when we're out and about. So there's 3 different places, and we'll do some role play. We use the STEAM method. You can use the STEAM method over the phone. You can steam people over the phone. You can steam out and about when you're out to a restaurant or you're out to a grocery store. And also you can steam them where going to the playground. I got a 4-year-old, guys. I take my 4-year-old and I go and I use that for prospecting. Everybody makes fun of me. Hey, you're using son to get you clients and help you build a business. No, I'm building his legacy. That's what we're doing. We're going out to the playground and I'm using it, building his own legacy. So STEAM method. So one thing that people come in here, they hate rejection. Okay, normal everyday people. Benjamin Hall is, even though he's my regional leader, he is the most introverted person in the world. So hate rejection. People come in here, they don't like rejection. So we utilize the STEAM method. Check this out. If you can use this properly, guys, you can literally talk to 100 people and never get rejected. Okay, 100 people and never get rejected. So whenever we're using the STEAM method, and we'll do some role play, we can use to go about. Okay, so let's say, hey Tommy, let's do a little role play. Okay, I'm steaming you. You're the grocery store. I'm gonna steam you. Okay, so let's do a little role play. So you're the grocery worker. I'm just out there shopping, and I notice you got good people skills. So I'm gonna steam you. Okay.
Fair enough.
So, hey Tommy, how's it going, man?
Great, brother. How you doing?
Good. How long you been in this area, Tommy?
Oh man, my whole life.
Man, born and raised, huh?
That's it.
So you're well connected in this area,
huh? Some might say so. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Tommy, I noticed you got very good people skills, man. You carry yourself well, and you do a great job at doing what you're doing, man. Great, congratulations, man. Keep that up, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. How long you been doing this, man?
The last 15 years.
Wow, 15 years, Tommy. You feel like you can do this with your eyes closed, huh? Probably do this with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Stocking all those groceries and just pretty much you can do it in your sleep, huh? Sleepwalking and you're stocking groceries, huh?
All day long. Yep. That's
Dude,
it.
Tommy, you are a beast, man. You are a beast. You can pretty much open up your own grocery store and start it up, right?
Yeah, if I had the money. Yeah.
Man, you're an animal, Tommy. And I mean that with all the compliments, man. You're an animal for doing that, Tommy. Great job, man.
Appreciate
So,
that.
hey, Tommy, I know you got a very busy schedule, Tommy, but hey, I'm just looking to expand my financial firm in this area. I know you got a very busy schedule, but I'm looking for a few people, Tommy. Well, who comes to mind? Who's somebody that's the best salesperson? Natural, not really the profession. Who comes to mind, Tommy? Not yourself, but who's somebody to come to mind?
Girl that works at the grocery store. I don't know, Janet.
Okay, all right. Why would you say Janet?
Man, she's fantastic with the customers. She does just an incredible job, and she's great with the customer on the customer service end.
Okay, all right, cool. That's awesome, man. So throw me an objection, Tommy. Throw me an objection. So you think Janet?
What company are you with?
Yeah. So I run a financial brokerage firm. It's called PFS Investments, and we're a publicly traded company in New York Stock Exchange. So would Janet be a 601 area code, or would she have like a 385 area code?
She's 601. Is that the Prime America thing where it's like the pyramid thing?
Yeah. So we're a financial firm. We're the largest independent financial firm in the United States. But yeah, I don't know what do you mean by pyramid, by the way? What do you mean by pyramid?
I've heard that Prime America is a pyramid thing going to it. You know, that's just what I've heard. Some clarification on that. I'd be interested to hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I like to sit down with you, but right now I'm just looking for a few people. I know you got a very busy schedule, Tommy. So is Janet? Is she a 601 or a 385 area code?
She's 601.
Okay, 681. What's the rest of her numbers? Ask me why you want her number.
Why do you want her number?
All right, Tommy. Good question, man. So, Tommy, would Janet be offended if I call her up and say, Janet, Tommy said you are the best salesperson you know. Would she be offended if I call her and tell her that?
No.
That's exactly what I'll do, Tommy. I'm just gonna toot her horn, man. I'm just gonna blow her up. You okay with that?
Yeah, you gonna tell her I promoted it?
Yep. You promoted it, man. She'll love to hear from you all day long. Okay? Is that
Great.
cool?
All right. That's fair enough.
Yep. Okay. And also, Tommy, who comes to mind? Who's the best teacher or coach you know?
Bill.
Bill. Yeah. Okay. Why would you say Bill?
Man, because he does all of our training here. He teaches us, first in, first out, all that kind of stuff. I've got a background in the food industry, but anyways, he teaches us first in, first out. He's just a really great teacher, and has taught me everything I know over the last 15 years that I've been here.
Okay. All right. That's awesome, man. Cool. And also, Tommy, who comes to mind? Who's the most ambitious person you know? Comes to mind?
Steve.
Steve. Okay. Why would you say Steve?
He's constantly looking for the next thing. He's looking to get out of here.
All right, looking to get out of here. Okay. Also, Tommy, money motivated. All right, awesome. That's awesome, man. Money motivated. Who comes to mind? Most money motivated person you know?
My manager, John.
John. Okay. Cool. John is 601 area code or 385?
662.
60662. Okay. Awesome. Hey, Tommy, appreciate you taking the time, and I know you got a very busy schedule, but I appreciate giving me those numbers. I'm going to reach out to them and tell them that, hey, Tommy said you are the most ambitious person you know, and then the most excited person you know, and then one is the best salesperson you know. Would that be okay?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
How do I get? I want a phone call.
All right. Cool. All right. Hey, Tommy, definitely, man. I know you got a very busy schedule, so let me reach out to this. And what's a good time to reach out? What's your schedule like? Weekends?
Man, I'm off on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. So Tuesday, what works better for you? Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay. Maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. 2 or 3 o'clock. Okay. 3 o'clock. Okay.
2's probably better. Yeah, let's do 2 o'clock.
Right. 2 o'clock. Let's meet up at Starbucks, man. Let's grab some coffee, and I'd like to show you a little bit what we're doing if you're open. Okay. I know you got a very busy schedule. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay. So guys, the concept here is I'm building relationship. I just met Tommy at the grocery store, but one thing that I'd like to do, guys, and this is, hey guys, I'm a factory worker. Okay. I knew nothing about this. I had to learn this. This was skills that was drilled over and over hundreds of times. One thing that Jonathan got good at me, guys, was I like to eat. So he would take me to lunch, and instead of feeding me, he would have me repeat all these things over and over. This guy was really brilliant, man, because he's over here. He knew what the key to my stomach, key to my heart was. I wanted to go eat. So just repetitive, man, over, presentation, over and over. So just drilling it over. So how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this, guys? It's just all about repetitions, man. Factory worker, and then I had to develop all of this stuff. So same thing right here. So whenever I'm beating Tommy at the grocery store, I'm feeding his ego. What is one thing that people like to talk about? Themselves. Feed that ego all day long. I'm having Tommy feel like he's on cloud 9 after we're talking. So after he's on cloud 9, Tommy's opening up about everybody that he likes to know, because one thing that you want to remember, we're looking for a big vision. We're building a big vision here. David Landrum has taught us the big vision, right? So see beyond that recruit. I want you to see beyond his network. So if he's born and raised, I'm getting into Tommy's network ASAP. Okay, I'm getting his network ASAP. I'm going to find a way to get in his network ASAP. So that's one thing that you wanted to talk about. And also the third party approach, indirect approach. Who comes to mind, Tommy? Who comes to mind? All right, not yourself. And then at the end of the conversation, Tommy, you know what? What about myself? I'm money motivated. Hey, you forgot about me. And then I'll set the last appointment with Tommy. Yep. Then I'll set the last appointment with Tommy. So that's one thing that, right? Indirect approach. You don't have to get rejected, because I've had approaches that, hey man, who comes to mind? Who's the most money motivated person you know? And then they'll say, I'm not interested. Hey, I said, I know you're not interested, but who comes to mind? Okay. Who comes to mind? The indirect approach. And sometimes, guys, I can get like 10, 12 numbers from this person. Sometimes I'll get two numbers. Utilize this. Hey guys, I challenge you guys to utilize this. Theme somebody within this week, at least 1 or 2 people, and watch your recruiting numbers go up. Okay.
How
We're here to
often do
build.
you get the person
What's
that you're
that?
talking to? How often do you get the person that you're talking to?
I say it's probably about 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. Yeah. Yeah. 2 out of 5. It's all in the numbers game. I like that question, Tommy. Utilize this, guys. How many times you guys go out and about, man? There's people everywhere. And this is the rule of thumb that I leave my guys. 85% of people hate their jobs. Okay. They're looking for a way out. So they're over there, they're looking at you, say, hey, Charlie Moran, show me the way. David, show me the way. Darwin, show me the way. How can I get big over here? They're looking for a way out. So they're just waiting for you with a target right here. Call me out, ask me out, okay? Utilize this, guys. So I challenge you guys, at least pick 2 people. We did this in our training last week. I had a 50-year-old lady. She went out, applied it right away, and she got a recruit the next day. So I challenge you guys to apply this. Let's build those recruiting numbers up, okay? And remember, knowledge just doesn't make any sense if we're just not applying it. So let's all apply that, man. It's gonna make a big deal for you guys, all right? So that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys about the STEAM method. And I think I've gone too long, man. But yeah, I'll take some questions, man.
Let me let everybody unmute, man. Actually, we're gonna punt my wife to next week. So you can actually go about 5-6 minutes, man, if you got it in you.
Yeah, you sure? Candace, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your slot.
Here she is.
You're totally good. Go for it.
Okay. All right. I'll take it from Tommy, but I'd rather hear from you, Candace. So yeah, as long as you're saying okay, you're good. Yeah, we're good. I'll take some questions, man. Oh yeah. Hey,
I gotta let everybody unmute, but yeah, you can go for another 5 if you want. And then we can get 10 minutes.
I wanted to add this to you guys. Hey guys, so check this out. This was the one I want to add to this, and then I'll go up to our questions, guys. I'm 1. I was getting the numbers from Tommy. I'm number 1 of 224 RVPs that David and Jill Landrum have. Okay, so check this out. Have the same mentality, guys. Pushing up your coaches. Okay, I call up David I think it was like last month. David, I know I'm only number 1, David, but what do I need to do to push you up? The Landrum hierarchy needs to be the number 1 hierarchy in this business. So this is the thing that I challenge you guys. So what do you need to do to push your coaches up? Man, I'm number 1, but check this out, guys. All he needs takes 1, right? All it takes is 1. So I'm only number 1, but hey, as a group, we can create an explosion. Does that make sense? If I can get my guy Benjamin to push his guys up, man, this is mind-boggling. I'm sure I'm just a number in David's hierarchy, but if only I can control what I do is increase my numbers, because I'm watching the leaderboards. We need to be on number 1 in recruiting and number 1 in premiums in Landrum's hierarchy. I'm watching those numbers every day. All right. So what are you doing? Call up your coaches and push them up, man. Let's make the Landrum hierarchy the number 1 hierarchy. Why not? Right? We're in Primerica. Nothing. We serve a God of abundance, man. There's nothing impossible. So why can't we do that, man? So I can't control all the other 223 RVPs. Only thing I can control is myself. So I call them up, man. So whatever you're doing, reach out to your coaches. Let's push them up, man. Let's go, man. I'm super excited for this. All right. So go ahead. I'll take some questions, man.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Man, wow. Hey, Chris, that was incredible, man. You know, let me tell you, this guy, and I saw the first message was Steve Heck saying when you first started, Steve put that up that, hey, look, this guy is going to be $1 million earner. You know, and everybody I've talked to about Chris, you know, man, I tell people that because, you know, he's got the heart. You know, when it touches your heart, and then the next key is having using your mind. You know, once you figure out your why, you'll figure out how. Once you know your why, you can figure out how. And you know, But man, Chris, so many things you said, just like the 4D. I mean, that is such a principle of building. Um, you know, to when you get Joe, the best thing you can do for Joe is get married. And then for Mary, the best thing, get Bob. And then for Bob, get Jane. And once you get that person 4D, there'll be a permanence of, I mean, there'll be a permanence about that organization. And like you said, you're going to find an RVP in that leg. You know, the old, now I'm going to date myself big time right now. The old gospel song, "Deep and Wide," right? You want
Right.
you want to go wide and you want to go deep, right? So
Right.
you want to bring in those personal direct recruits, and then take them four deep. So that was incredible. Also, the way you did your STEAM, I love that. I mean, you know, you're building them up, you're making them feel good about themselves, and then, you know, when Tommy gives you Janet's name, then you know, using that, say, hey, look, I want to call and tell Janet what you said about her. I'm looking for good people. And you know what? Janet may not be interested, but I guarantee you, Janet may know someone who may be. And keep it all just like, that's what I did as far as keeping it indirect. Look, you may not, you know, they may not be interested, but the thing about it is, they may know someone, they may point me in the right direction with someone. And so, yeah, build people up, keep it indirect. And man, that's some nuggets right there. And I'm glad we got this recorded, Chris. So I just wanted to give you that feedback. But hey, you know, man, it's going to be big. What you're building is going to be huge. The other thing about Chris, last thing I'll say, is he is one tough dude, right? You know, there's going to be down your road in business. I mean, there's no easy life, right? Like Art Williams used to tell us, said, you know, wouldn't it be great to live one perfect day just in your life, you know? But you know, life is not perfect, and you're going to have storms, okay? And you know, I read a quote the other day, man, you know, well, I've got it in there, but it says something like this. Sometimes storms, what they do, you know, there's storms and they can be difficult, but sometimes storms clear your path. And that's a good thing, you know. But when you react to the storms the right way, and I told Chris, you know, whatever challenges he has gone through, you know, we've all gone through. I said, Chris, let me tell you, I've watched you in your storms, and you've reacted the way that I did when the company was 2 years old, and Art Williams told us, said, listen, guys, we probably aren't going to make it, but if we do, it's going to be a hell of a show, right? And you know, when people, you know, would be like, I remember here in Mississippi, George Dale, the insurance commissioner, he was the longest elected insurance commissioner in the United States. And George Dale, when our company first came in, he had all these complaints from the whole life industry. And so he did an investigation, stopped us, right? For about, seems like it was 9 or 10 days. I was brand new. And so anyway, but he looked into us and all that. And then he turned us loose and said, hey, you know, and actually in the Clarion Ledger, biggest newspaper in Mississippi, you know, there was an article and they quoted George Dale, and he said, you know, really what happened is there's a few companies that simply caught the insurance industry with their britches down. They were out there selling whole life trash value, and we came up with term and mutual funds, and man, we were just eating it up. And what's so amazing is George Dale and I became great friends, and to this day, he's just an incredible man. And but you know what? When you react the right ways to the storms, and you let it make you try harder, you get knocked down, but you get back up and you get back up. And every time you get back up, you get up stronger. And so, so Chris, man, you knocked out of the park. I didn't mean to take a lot of your time on questions. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys, Tommy.
No, you're good.
Yeah, everybody should be able to unmute now.
Yep. I got a couple questions.
Hey, Tommy, I got a question.
So, so Kathy's got one from Charlie Moran. She asked, what advice do you give to help your husband recruit? So, Kathy, great question on that, man. Partnership is always big, and I'm sure Candace's going to cover that. But when you're out and about, Kathy, hey, always talking about if you're an introvert or don't want to be involved in business, talk to your husband. Talk about your husband. Blow your husband's. Hey, my husband, he's looking to expand his financial firm. He's looking for a few people. Do you know a few people in mind? The third party. So always building up your husband. That's a good way to build him up, Kathy. That's my own suggestion. You guys can partnership, man. Partner up with Charlie, and you're the key to the business, Kathy. So super excited for you guys, man. Do that a couple times a week, and Charlie's gonna double-digit recruit every single month, man. Come on, Charlie, let's go. All right, next question.
Go ahead, Steve.
I know
Steve, you have a question?
I'm typing. Hey, Chris, unbelievable. You are a triple stud, my friend, and total $1 million earner on the way. I just can't thank you enough for doing what you're doing. Could you share with everybody what you say with brand spanking new people that you just get started that are very fearful of talking to family or friends? Please.
Yep, talking to family and friends. So one thing that we do when brand new people are coming in, hey, it's just like starting a new job, Steve. Okay, so if you were to open up your own restaurant, who would you invite the next top 20 people to your restaurant? Kind of open, so make them feel like it's theirs. Ownership. Remember, Steve, people come in here to have ownership, escape corporate America. So I would help them make their lists, get their steam list first. And I do trainer makes the calls. Stephen Benjamin's been a master of this. I would help them put their fears down and help them make the calls for them to do trainer makes the calls. So that's one thing. Put their guards down. Say no problem, totally no problem. Always agree with them. I totally understand. We can do that, but always you can do trainer makes the calls and have them put their guards down, and then right there they're opening up and we're setting appointments on the spot. Okay, Steve.
And what are you saying to the brand new people that you're calling?
Be quiet.
When we're calling them, okay, so they're with me on the call, and I'm calling them. Hey, let's call up your mom. So let's say, give me a number. Give me a name, Steve. Give me a name of one of your recruits.
Bruce.
So you're my new recruit, Steve. So I'm calling with you on the call, on the line. It says, hey, Bruce, how's it going? You probably don't know me, but Steve just started applying with our company. He's looking to obtain his financial license with the state of Mississippi, and he listed you down as somebody to be able to help him out with some on-the-job field training and some character reference. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about Steve?
No problem.
Yep. So how do you know Steve? Is he somebody who's dependable and reliable?
I can open it.
Yep. Okay. So if you had your own company, Bruce, would you hire Steve as one of your employees?
Yes.
All right, so I'm here. So the new recruit's hearing me that now that's building confidence. Okay, wow, Bruce actually likes me. I didn't know that he would say that. Now we're helping them build that confidence, Steve. And so the other part of the call is Bruce. So he's scheduled to get some field training done this week. What that entitles, instead of doing in front of complete strangers, he prefers doing in front of people that he knows, like yourself. So I wanted to see if you give him about 30, 45 minutes of your time, so he'll be able to share with you what he's doing before he goes and gets his license. Is that okay, Bruce?
Yeah, that sounds great.
That's it. Okay. So what works better for you, Monday or Tuesday? So you send the appointment on the spot then, Steve. Done deal.
Thank you.
Yep. Cool. Good. Great questions, Steve. Anybody else? Oh, somebody else had a question. So George said, out of the 5 people you spoke to about the STEAM method, changed their mind. What was the most common objection? How do you feel? Would you have better resolve their concern? George, can you unmute yourself and specify your question, please? George?
Yes, Chris. Hey, thanks for the opportunity. I just wanted to ask you that question. When you talk to those 5 people about the STEAM method,
Yep.
And I'd say 3 people rejected the offer. What was the most common objection that you came across? And when you think about it, because we're all about self-improving, how do you feel now that you think back on it? How would you have been able to better resolve their concern?
Daddy.
Yep. So if they're rejecting it, George, one thing that I learned, and David can confirm this business, all you need to do is find 8 to 10 people. Art Williams said 8 to 10 people and just build through them. Okay. You don't need everybody, and you're not going to get everybody. So it's just through the numbers, George. So out of those 3, out of 5, if those 3 are rejection, I got to go next. That's the mindset that I had to learn. It took me a little while to get to it, but I'm moving to the next person. Does that make sense, George? You can only lead the horse to the water. You can't force it to drink, right? You guys heard that a few times, probably about 100 different times. Yeah. So I'm going to the next person. Does that make sense, George?
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Yep. Appreciate it, George. George going to be big. Him and his wife, 4x3, 4 recruits in less than a week. No, 5 recruits in less than a week. Fast start. Let's go, George. Our next RVP out of Utah. Yep. Next question. Anybody got next?
Hey, Chris, I got another question for you.
Yes, sir, Steve.
And share with everybody, because every day you're not going to have a great day. How do you get yourself motivated and up again to start rocking and rolling?
All right. So good question. So one thing that I've learned from David, Jonathan, and all the leaders is you got to be a self-motivator, man. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want this? Everybody shows up to a job that they don't like, but they're not willing to build their own business. So self-improvement is a big deal for myself. I make sure I get my daily doses of self-improvement. I teach my guys that and always lead from the front. I teach my guy, Benjamin, I'm going to promote your RVP, but I need for you to outwork me, okay? You need to outwork me. So always leading from the front is a big deal here. And and always lead from the front and self-motivate because you're building your own business. You're building your own family's legacy, all right? Answer your question, Steve? Yep.
That was perfect.
All right, great question. Hey guys, everybody on this call, utilize that STEAM method, man. We can double-digit recruit by, forget this month. Let's do it this week, man. I'm super excited, man. I'm gonna be checking the numbers, man. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. This is Craig. I appreciate it, Chris. I tell you guys what, as someone who obviously has been in the business not but a couple years and definitely feels the struggle of that double-digit recruiting, one of the things that I've learned and that Chris has mastered is the system. You have to have a system. If you don't have a system that you literally take every recruit through the same exact way, you're going to kind of fumble your way through it. I've been there. So whatever that system needs to be, get with your coaches, get with your upline, come up with a system that you know exactly what's going to happen the first 2 months of that recruit's life, and the way that Chris has that system down pat. Any question we asked him, he not only had an answer, but it was it was a memorized, trained answer that he's put in his brain, and that's the key, man. So we really appreciate it. Tommy, that was awesome in the beginning there. It's a little past 11, so we're going to go ahead and let you guys go. We got this recorded.
Excuse me. Can I say something? Can I say something?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Chris. Hey, I knew you from since we worked together in the bakery. To hear you, to watch you doing your thing, I mean, you did a whole 360. Like I knew Chris for a long time. I knew him from we worked together in this bakery in Florida. And I never knew that he had this in him. I'd seen him like interact with other people, but to hear him, to see him, listen to him, like how he handles his business right now, and how he's talking to his recruits and he's motivating people. He did a whole 360. If you knew Chris back then, you would have never knew Chris would have had it in him. So this is why he's motivating me to get onto this game, because I see him what he's doing, and it's like I said, I knew him before at the bakery. It's just like, wow, like I want to be where he's at, man. If he could do it, I know I could do it. And he always trying to help me out too. He always trying to help me out back then too. But hear him now, Chris, you should be you should be proud of yourself. If all the employees would have seen you now, how you handling your business now, their mouth would have dropped. Their mouth would drop because like you'd have been at least like a president at the bakery right now if you stayed right now. Like just imagine that.
Yep.
But Chris, man, I salute you for what you're doing. Thank you, man. Thank you, and thank you everybody else.
Yeah.
Let's go, Maurice.
This is motivating me. This is motivating me. This is motivating me for real. I'm a truck driver. I'm a truck driver, and I'm already want to be in anyone joining in the game right now. Yeah, I appreciate it, Chris.
Let's go, Maurice.
Hey, you know, that is such a great point. I don't mean to jump in here again, but it's hard for me to be quiet, really. Okay. But, you know, what you just said about Chris, you know what, guys? You don't know what abilities and gifts that the Lord has blessed you with until you're put in an environment that's going to bring those out. Right? And so many people, man, we sell ourselves so short. Right? I had so many fears, so many doubts, just out of the Army, working my way at a health club through college, GI Bill. And man, you know, nothing came easy for me here. But man, then when I started to get a little rhythm going, I started getting those breakthroughs. Next thing you know, started dreaming, started thinking, man, this is going to work. This elephant's going to fly. And Jill, we're going to make a 6-figure income, and we're building our own little business. No inventory, no payroll, no franchise fee, right? Man, you know, it just it lit me up, and I say that about everybody on here, right? You don't know what abilities and gifts the Lord's blessed you with until you're put in the right environment. And I'm telling you, that's what this business is. It's the right environment. So anyway, Chris, turn it back over to you.
Yep. Hey, I appreciate that, David. Hey, and I'll let you finish up, Tommy. And like I said, everybody, man, that's my last message is let's get David Landrum up to 2 million, make him the biggest hierarchy in the company. And because I expect to be one of his $1 million earners. I don't know about you guys, but let's all shoot for big things here. All right, Tommy, thank you very much for taking me the time. Appreciate it.
Chris, thank you so much, brother. I'm speaking for myself. I think I'm speaking for everybody else on here. I needed to hear this today, okay? This is something I needed to hear. I think all of us needed to hear this. Thank God we got this recorded. Chris, you're a freaking beast, brother. And man, let's go see what we can do. Like he said, let's double digit this week. Let's see if we can do it, guys. Let's put ourselves to the test, right? Let's go steam some stuff like it's a bunch of daggum crabs, man. Let's roll. So anybody got anything else? Any other questions? Other than that, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Tie a bow on it. This has been a beautiful thing, right? Feels like Christmas.
Yep. Thank you very much, David and Tommy, for that opportunity. Love it, man. Let's double digit recruit this week, guys. Love you guys.
Let's
hey,
roll,
whatever I
guys.
can help you guys. Tommy's got my number. Whatever you guys need help with, man. Let's build this up.